Welcome to this tutorial. We're going to create together a short video business advert. Therefore, we're going to make use of the timeline. During this tutorial, we explain certain techniques such as transitions, including animations, adding sound, so on and so forth. So actually, we will go through these simple, basic video editing techniques where you can create your own videos after this tutorial. So let's start doing this video editing. Always, before starting your video editing or your video creation, it is good to make a list or a very simple storyboard. So as you can see here, we have a list of unit items that we're going to use to create our short business advert. There is a list of 9, including music, animations, and clips. They are numbered because these are the sequences that we're going to place them. The real clip, logo, building, so on and so forth. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is the sequence that we're going to place our short clips, and we have also the duration, which is of 16 seconds. So we need to keep this in mind. So let's start placing these items on our timeline to create our business advert. We're going to start our business video advert by using this video clip, an introductory countdown movie. As you can see, we have this movie clip on the timeline. If I right click on the upper right corner where I have this play simple here, I can see the length properties of the video clip. As you can see, we have a duration of 11.05 seconds as well as a speed of 100. We need to keep in mind that the length of the whole video business advert, it has to be 16 seconds. So we need to reduce the length of this video. So I'm going to reduce the speed rather than the duration, because the duration will shorten my video clip. Actually, I want to increase the speed, so giving a fast forward effect. So I'm going to click here, and with the slide, I'm going to increase the speed. You can also see that the seconds actually change. So I'm going to reduce a little bit more, just to keep in the range of 2 or 3 seconds. So let's say I'm going to keep it as it is. I'm going to test now. It's rendering, that's why it's a little bit slow. Once it's rendered, then we can see the actual speed of this video clip. So I'm going backwards, and here I am. So this is my result. This is my first video clip with the right speed. Now, to add a media, or to add an item on top of the timeline here, and the video group 1 option, we have this short film strip symbol. If I click on it, there is a drop-down menu, and I have an option to add media. If I click on add media, it will take me to browse the media that I would like to add. This time I'm going to add an image, which is the logo, and I can keep on adding media doing the same thing. So right now I'm going to place all the media in sequence accordingly, and then we go through the editing for this business video advert. You can see we have various media on the timeline. We have video clips and images. We've been modifying the first video clip. Now we need to modify our image on the timeline here. And first thing, I'm going to reduce the length of the visual length of this image. To reduce the length of the visuality of this image, it's not just going on the upper right corner, but this time we need to drag towards our right. You can see that when I go to the edge of mine on the timeline of my image here, the cursor changes. And this is the trimming tool. So once the trimming tool is pointing towards, brackets are pointing towards my left hand side, I can press my left mouse button and drag to reduce the length accordingly. I want to keep this length here. And then I can also place my changes. If I right click on the video, if I right click on the image which is on timeline, I have different options on how to make this image different motions actually. So right now it's by default no motion. I have pan and zoom, rotate. So I click pan and zoom and keep the resize to fill in the canvas. I will end up with the following animation. This is not the result I want, so I'm going to remove this. So I'm going to just use the pen without having the full size here. So after I can see this, my image moving in panning. I'm going to add also some shadow. So I double click here, get some shadow here, OK, and now my image is ready. I would like also to increase the size of this image, so I'm going to edit, transform, and scale. Or we can also use our shortcut keys, Command T, pressing the Shift key so we can scale proportionally. Press Enter, and now we have this image here set and ready for us. Stop here. So the first part, we can say it's completed. Now we need to pass to our second clip. The second clip, it's too long, and we need to actually redo what we've done on our first video clip. So I'm going to right click on the play symbol here and increase the speed until the top duration goes. Actually, I'm going to put this to the maximum, 7 seconds. So let's see here. So I think 7 seconds, it's still too much. So after increasing the speed, I'm going also to reduce the length by dragging with my trimmer tool towards to my left. This will reduce the length. Actually, it will remove parts of the video. So now it's rendered. You can see the actual speed here. Retesting. And now we need to adjust this video. So this video clip, it's a part that we need to reduce the length. We also need to increase the size to cover the whole video area here. So before applying a transformation on a video, we need to change it into a smart object. So we need to search for the video on our layers panel here, right click, and convert this into a smart object. Once it's converted, we can go to Edit Transform or Command T and increase the size accordingly. I'm pressing the Shift key so to keep the video in its proportion. Enter, and now I have my video in full size here, okay, to reduce the size. So as you can see, right click on my upper right corner, it gives me the motion rather than the speed here. This is because I increased the size of my video and it's in a smart object option. This is treated like an image. That's why I have these options here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my trimmer and reduce the length by using the trimmer here. So now I have the building, and the building will jump after the building will show me this movie here. I'm going to reduce more this video and reduce a little bit more also the building here, just to keep up. Okay. Now going to my next clip, which is the shaking hands here, and I'm going to keep this the original length. Till here, I think we are okay. Eventually we will reduce the length later. On my next clip, I have this image here, services. Again, since it is an image, I do not need to convert it into a smart object, even though I always suggest that you do that. So I'm going to right click convert to smart object, Command T or the transform, and I'm going to increase this image until it covers the video area here. Completing, finalizing our business advert, I'm going to place some text on top of the video here. So what we're going to do, we're going to select the type tool. I'm going to change the color, make sure I have some appropriate color. I'm going to use a dark blue color. Click here the cursor, and I'm going to type call us on number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to increase the size, edit transform, or Command T, the shortcut. Press the Shift key so I can increase the size in a proportional way. I'm going to place this somewhere here. Once ready, press enter, and I have my text on video. So here I have my previous video clip, and then I have my contact number. I would like to place an animation on top of the contact number to make things more attractive. So I'm going to import a sequence of different images, and then Photoshop will change them into a single video. So I'm going to my file, open. Here I have my sequence animation. It's important that the animation is saved in a sequence. In this case, I have from 000 to 01, 02, 3, 4, 5, and so on. I'm going to select my first file, which is the 000, and then below I'm going to take image sequence. When you take image sequence and you open, Photoshop will ask you which frame rate you want them, because it's going to compact this into one animation, and this is the animation that I'm going to place within my business advert. So right now it's rendering, so it's not the original speed that we are watching at. Once rendered, I can replay and see the actual video speed. So this is the animation I'm going to place within my business advert video. As you can see, the background is transparent because the sequence images were saved in PNG. So I'm going to Window, Arrange. I'm going to separate my windows, so I'm going to select 2 up vertical, and I'm going to drag my animation on top of my video. So fine, once I'm ready, I can go back to my normal window. So Arrange, Consolidate Tabs. Now, what I would like to do is to put the animation on top of my text. Right now, the animation is beside the text. So actually, once the text finishes, the animation starts. I need to add another timeline. To add another timeline, you go back to this drop-down menu near the film strip and go and select New Video Group. This will create another new video group timeline. I'm going to drag my animation on top of the video timeline I just created. I'm going to position this on top of the text, and now I have my animation here on top of the text. I'm going to place my character somewhere here, and if I animate my character, you can see that the character is walking, stops, idle, and actually shows the number. I need that the character, once it's walking, it moves also, not just walking in the same place. So back to my video group 2, where I have the character here. I'm going to this time select this drop-down menu, which is on my far left hand here, and I have other different options: alter the video, position, opacity, and style. Actually, we are going to use the position. So I would like to place a keyframe at the very start of my animation. So to create a keyframe, just click on this stopwatch here, and it will create a keyframe. So mine, it's on the position. Then I'm going to place my placehead until I see that the animation stops, actually, idle, and move the character where I would like him to stop. Once you move the character, automatically another keyframe is created, and this will create a length position accordingly. Right now it's rendering, so that's why it takes a little bit long. Fine, let's see the actual animation. And there we have our animation. But now we need to reduce the size, the length, sorry, of the text, so it finishes the same as the animation length. Okay, so let's test this again. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so let's go from the very beginning and see our whole animated editings. So right now we can see that it jumps from one clip to another, from one clip to an image, but we do not have any transition effects. So for the time being, we are seeing that everything is in place. Okay. Once we've seen all the things, we're going to place some transition between each image. You can also see that the actual size is 20 seconds. We will think about that later at a later stage. So to place transitions between each transition from one video to another, we have this icon here. It's a box, half white, half gray. And we have different transitions, right? Fade, crossfade, fade with black, fade with white, so on and so forth. So to transit from the introduction here, from this countdown to my image, I'm going to use the white, fade white with white. So I'm going to drag this fade with white and place it between the two. Just have also here the duration of the fade. So now it fades white, and that comes in my business logo. Now we're going to also transit from this part here, and again I'm going to use white. So we have another fade in transition, it's white. Okay. And between the building and the persons that are working here, I'm going to click on my transition, and then I'm going to place in between crossfade. Crossfade will give us sort of the video will actually goes into the persons while it's playing. So this is the crossfade. Now from the people working to services, I'm going to reduce the length of service, and this will compensate for the 16 or approximately the 16 seconds that I would like to reach for this video. Maybe a little bit shorter. Okay, let's see, let's go like that. Fine. And then we have this animation. Last but not least, we need to add some sound. So below our video groups here, we have the audio track. We can click on the audio track drop-down menu where we have these notes here, symbols, add audio. And I'm going to start with some sound effects for the reel. So I have my MP3s here, old movie. As you can see, it's too long. I just want to place these under the intro video. It's good to know that we have this slider here which zooms in and zooms out the timeline. Sometimes we need to zoom in, sometimes we need to zoom out. So I'm going to zoom a little bit in. And to reduce the sound length, the length of the sound is the same as the video. So you place the cursor at the edge and then drag towards your right. I'm going to place this exactly underneath the film introduction. So let's see. Yeah, that's good. Some background music. So I'm going to add audio once again. I'm going to pick up my corporate background music. Open. As you can see, the length it's too much. I'm going to reduce the zoom out, and I'm going to drag this until it reaches the end. So I'm going to see if it's working well. Fine. What I would like is to stop the sound by fading out. So to manipulate the properties of the sound, like we do for the video, just right-click on the right, this play symbol. Here we have the volume, we have the fade in, fade out. I'm going to fade out by nearly 8 seconds. So we can see that fade out. And here is my advert. So I'm going to actually render my short business advert. Go to File, Export, and Render Video. Here you have multiple settings. The quality of the video depends on the size that you will apply. So here we have a list of sizes from HD, Full HD, widescreen. We have also 4K film, 2K film, so on and so forth. Select the name, also the folder. Once it's rendered, and you can watch your video. We're going to watch the rendered final version of this video advert right now. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and hopefully you will do much of this work on your own and have fun playing up with this new tool in Photoshop. Thank you for following.